Hello, my dear students. Welcome again in my channel. Let's study with Madam Sir. Students, in our complete series of English grammar, today we are going to read tenses when to use. Students, in this video lecture, we are going to read the 8 kinds of tense and when they are used. So one by one we are going to read here, student, tenses, when to use and their example. Here tenses in this table and when to use and example. So come on, number 1 is here, student, simple present tense. We all know that what is the structure of simple present tense or present indefinite: subject plus V1 or V5 plus object. And when to use simple present tense, students, to talk about universal truth. To talk about universal truth, we are using simple present tense. For example, each planet moves around the sun. Here, student, this is a type of universal truth, that it is universal truth that each planet moves around the sun. That's why we have used here which format, which structure? The structure of simple present tense. Second example, the earth moves around the sun. So here, student, the earth moves around the sun, again written in which structure? The structure of simple present tense, because it is again universal truth. Third example, stars shine at night. So here, student, this is also an example of universal truth, and that's why written in simple present tense. Now second situation, when to use: to talk something that happens regularly or often. To talk something that happens regularly or very often. For example, or you can say that daily or regularly. For example, he goes to school by the school bus. So these activities, student, these activities happen regularly. That's why we are using here the structure of simple present tense. Next example, we play football every day. So here again this is also regularly done. That's why we are written here in simple present tense. Next one, to talk about permanent activity. Now what is permanent activity? For example, we see with our eyes. So this is what permanent activity, that we see with our eyes. We never see with our ears or anything. So this is permanent activity. Next one, the rose smells sweet. So here this is the quality of the rose, that it smells sweet. So here, student, this is also permanent activity. So we have got here that simple present tense is used for universal truth, to talk something that happens regularly or very often, and third, to talk about permanent activity. Now student, second one, present progressive tense. Here, student, what is the structure of present progressive or continuous tense? Subject plus is rm plus verb ing form, then object. Now when we are using present progressive sentences to talk about action in progress, the action that is in progress means continue. For example, they are catching fish now. So what they are doing now? They are catching fish. So the action is going on. The sun is rising now. So here the sun is rising now. It gives us that the action is going now. Action is in progress. Next one, to talk about changes and development. Students, for example, if there is changes and development in someone or somebody, so we are using present progressive or continuous tense. For example, my sister is improving in her studies. So she is improving. So here, student, improving, that's why there are changes, and that's why we are using here simple present continuous tense. Second number, the child is growing fast. The child is growing. It means there are development, there are changes. So growing, we are written here in present continuous tense. The plants are growing in the garden. Again changes. So here all the three sentences indicate some changes and development, and that's why they are written in which structure? Present progressive or continuous tense. Now next one, student, to talk about plan or program in future time. This is very important, that if we are going to plan something or we are going to program something, then we use present progressive tense to indicate the action in future time. For example, he is leaving home tomorrow. He is leaving home. It means that he is going to leave home tomorrow. Student, this sentence is written in present continuous tense, but the time is indicated here is future time. Next one again, she is taking her examination next week. It means she is going to appear at the examination next week. The sentence is written in present progressive, but it indicates which time? Future time. Now next one. To talk about intention or likelihood. Student, when we are going to talk about intention, that what is our intention, what is the likelihood in future time, then we are going to write which type of sentences? Present progressive. For example, he is going to buy a car. So what is this? This is a type of intention here. He is going to buy a car. This indicate what? That it is his intention to purchase a car, to buy a car. So this sentence indicate what? Intention here. Now likelihood. For example, student, the sentence is written here, the patient is going to die. So what is it? The patient is going to die. This sentence indicate what? That there is likelihood, there is possibility of the patient that in future he will die. But the sentence is written in which tense? Present progressive tense. Indicate which time? Future time. So student, we have got that present progressive tense when used first to talk about action in progress, second to talk about changes and development, third to talk about plan and program in future time, and fourth to talk about intention or likelihood in future time. Now number 3, students, present perfect tense. We all know that what is the structure of present perfect tense? Subject plus has, have, then verb third form, and then object. Student, so when it is used to talk about something which started at some point in the past, we are going to use present perfect tense to talk about something which started at certain point in the past but completed in present. For example, she had completed her work. Student, she had completed her work. Second one, he has returned from Delhi. He has returned from Delhi. It means that 100% he has returned from Delhi. I have completed the work. It means that the work started in past but completed in present. So here student, the work that is started in past but completed in present, so we write in present perfect tense. Now next one, to talk about some experience of past having relevance in the present. For example, I have seen the Taj Mahal. So there is some sight in the mind also. So here it is written here that I have seen the Taj Mahal. Now the experience is with me. That's why the sentence is written here in present perfect tense. Second one, I have learned how a payment can be easily made online. So student, I have learned. So it is, the experience is with me already. So that sentence is also written in present perfect tense. Now next one, student. So here we have got student that present perfect tense is used for to talk about something which is started at some point in the past but completed in present. Second one, to talk about some experience of the past having relevant in the present. Now next one, present perfect continuous tense. What is the structure of present perfect continuous? Subject plus has, have plus been, then verb ing form, and then object. And what it indicates when to use? To talk of something which started happening in the past, continue to the happen in the present. It started in the past and continue to happen in the present. Means it's going on also. Started in the past, but again it is now going on. So for example, I have been learning English for the last 8 years. So here student, I have learnt English for 8 years and now it is continue also. That's why the sentence is written here. I have been learning English for last 8 years. Now it is continue. My sister has been dancing since morning. It means that she has started dancing in the morning and now it is continue. Third one, it has been raining since Monday. It means student that since Monday it was raining and now it is continue. So we have got here that present perfect tense talks of something which started happening in the past and continue to happen in the present. Now student, present tense is clear here. Now the next one is past tense. So number 1, simple past tense. What is the structure of simple past tense, student? Simple past tense structure, subject plus V2 plus object. Now when we are using simple past tense to talk about an action that is started in the past and also got completed in the past. For example, she met her childhood friend yesterday. It indicate here student, it indicate that she met her childhood friend yesterday. The work of meeting is completed in the past only. Second one, she wrote a novel last week. Student, here it means that she has already, she wrote, means the work of writing is completed in the past. Babar won the battle. It means here that the work of winning is completed in the past. Columbus discovered America. It means that the work of discovery is completed in the past. There is no any reference to the present. So we have got here that the work is started in the past and also got completed. Number 2, to refer to a situation that existed in the past but does not exist anymore. Student, to refer to a situation that existed in the past but does not exist anymore means now the action is not going on. For example, when I was a child, I would race against a dog. So when I was a child, so this is what student, when I was a child, I would race against a dog. So this activity is done when I was a child. So here student, this is written in which tense? Simple past tense. Because now he has now I have no any habit of racing against a dog. Now next one, he would often come late. Would student, would is here the past of will. He would often come late. So this is the habit when in past, but now there is no such habit. Number 3, she used to help me, but now she is not helping. Student, so all the 3 sentences indicate a situation that existed in the past but does not exist anymore. Now this is clear here. Now next one is past continuous. So student, we have got here simple past tense talks about an action that is started in the past and also got completed in the past. Second one, to refer to a situation that existed in the past but does not exist anymore. Next one, number 2, past continuous tense. What is the structure of past continuous tense? Subject plus was verb plus verb ing form, then objects. Students, so now when to use past continuous? To refer to a situation which continued to happen for a limited past period of time only, and it is finished in the past. Continued to happen for a limited period of time only in the past. For example, he was sleeping when I called him last evening. He was sleeping. What he was doing? He was sleeping, but now he is not sleeping. But when I called him last evening, he was sleeping. Second one, they were watching TV when the earthquake struck. So here student, they were watching TV. What they were watching? TV. They were watching TV, but now they were not watching. When the earthquake struck, they were watching TV. So the action is continue. Action was continue in past, but now it is not continue. So student, we have got that past continuous tense refer to a situation which continue to happen for a limited period of time only in the past. Now next one, past perfect tense. Students, what past perfect tense indicate? And what is the structure first? Subject plus had plus V3 then object. Now it indicate what? Where is the use of it? To refer to some action that took place before an action, so it is past in the past. To refer to some action that took place before an action. Student, if suppose that there are two action and one action took place before the another action, so it is what? It is past in the past. Past in the past. So you can say that it is the past of the past. For example, she had revised her entire course twice before she left for the examination center. So student, there are two sentences written. First one, she had revised her entire course twice. This is done before. After that, what she has done? She left for the examination center. So there are two actions. One is done before and that one is written in past perfect tense. The action that is done before, first sentence, she has revised her entire course, that is done before. That's why written in which form? Past perfect tense. Now second example, Mohan had left before Sohan arrived. So which action done before? Mohan had left before Sohan arrived. Sohan arrived later, but first Mohan had left. So Mohan had left is written in past perfect tense. Monu had finished before Manju began. So here student, Monu had began. The action is done first, then Manju began. So this is written in past perfect tense. So student, we have got here that past perfect tense indicate past in the past. Now next one, past perfect continuous. What is the structure of past perfect continuous tense? Subject plus had been, then verb ing form and then object. And when it is used? To refer to an action that started, continued and completed in the past. Very important student, the action started, continued and completed in the past. For example, she had been teaching in her school for 5 years. So it means that in the past she was teaching in her school. She had taught 5 years, but now she is not teaching. So the action is started in the past, continued in the past and completed in the past. Next example, they had been playing since morning but now not playing. Third example, she had been teaching in this school since 2015 but now not teaching. So student, past perfect continuous tense indicate an action that started, continued and completed in the past. Now next one, simple future tense. Students, when to use simple future tense and what is the structure? Subject plus will shall plus be1 and plus object. Now when to use? To talk about some future event. to talk about some future event. For example, number 1, I shall or will. I will or I shall email you her new address soon. So student, this indicate what? This indicate the future event, that I will email you her new address. Now, next one, I won't give you any chance of complaint. I won't give you means I will not. This is the negative of will not. I won't give you any chance of complaint. So this indicate what? Future event, that in future I won't give any chance of complaint. Now next one is student, future continuous tense. Students, future continuous tense, what is the structure? Subject plus will shall, then be, then verb ing form, and then object. And when to use? To talk about some action, event that will be happening at some point of time for a limited period in future. To talk about some action or event that will be happening at some point of time for a limited period in future. For example, I will be inviting all my classmates and teachers on my birthday. So here student, that action will be happening when? In future. I will be inviting all my classmates and teachers on my birthday. So this indicate what? Future action that will be happening when? In future. Next example, we will be participating in the competition. We will be participating in the competition. So will be participating indicate what? That the action will be happening in future. So student, we have got here that future continuous tense talk about some action or event that will be happening at some point of time. Now number 3, future perfect tense. Student, what is the structure of simple future tense? Subject plus will have or shall have, then we third and object. For example, when to use? To refer to the completion of some future action at certain point of time. Completion of some future action at certain point of time. This indicate what? Future perfect tense. And what is the example here student? We shall have completed our recording by this time tomorrow. So the time is also written here, by this time tomorrow. We shall have completed our recording. So this indicates the completion of work of some point of time at certain point of time. So what is the certain point of time? By this time tomorrow. Next one is student, to talk about likelihood in the past time. Talk about likelihood, but in which time? Past time. For example, you will have heard this story. So this is what? You will have heard this story. This indicate what? Likelihood, and in which time? Past time. Written in future perfect tense, but it indicate the past time. Likelihood of past times. Now student, the last one, future perfect continuous tense. What is the structure of future perfect continuous tense? Subject plus will have, shall have, been, then verb ing form. And where it is used student? To refer to the continuance of some event or action at a certain point of time in the future. To refer to continuance of some event or action at a certain point of time in the future. Continuance of some event. For example, I will have been trekking in the Himalayas. I will have been trekking. It means that the action will have been continue in future time. So I will have been trekking in the Himalayas for 3 days by this time next Saturday. So this is student, here this indicate what? The continuance of action at certain point of time. What is the certain point of time written? By this time next Saturday. and the action is trekking here. So this is here student future perfect continuous tense. So we have read in this video lecture student, we have read all the 12 kinds of tenses, when to use with the help of their example. I hope you have learnt very well. You have got very well student. Now if you like my video, share it, subscribe my channel and like it. Thank you for watching the video students.